Welcome back, people. Today we're finally going to bottle our Cooper's Australian Pale Ale, and then we'll skip forward 2 weeks into the future and we'll give it a taste test. Here is the Cooper's Australian Pale Ale. It took about a week to ferment. It didn't drop all the way down. It dropped to about 1010. So it's not going to be completely dry, but it's not going to be too sweet either. I think it's going to be turning out pretty well. I'm going to be adding some dextrose corn sugar using this little measuring spoon that I have. And I'm going to use one of these for each 370ml bottles and 2 of them for each 500ml bottles. I'm going to prime all the bottles now, and then I'm just going to fast forward so you guys can watch how we bottle it. Been in the bottle for about 2 weeks, maybe a couple days more than 2 weeks. I didn't want to rush it this time. I tried to be very patient, and it's finally time to give her a taste. So I'm gonna give her a taste. We'll see what she smells like after I pour it. Looks very fizzy. I'll leave a tiny little bit at the bottom because it's going to be some sediments. Oh, there's not much of a head. I don't know if I didn't... Hopefully you guys can see that. There's lots of bubbles coming up, but there's not much of a head. And I thought adding the brew enhancer was going to help with the head, but that's a little bit disappointing. Nothing too major. Smells very clean. You can still smell the yeast. Very fresh. We'll give her a taste. Compared to the Muntons, this is so much better. I don't know what to compare this to. Maybe you can taste the maltiness. This isn't crisp like I thought it was going to be, similar to the Heineken, but it's very clean. I don't know if you guys can see just how clear this got. The glass has a lot of condensation, but it's super clear. I noticed that when we were bottling it. It's actually really good. It's really refreshing. I think this is the kind of beer you would probably make for summer on the hot days, because it's a really crisp, clear beer, but you can definitely taste the maltiness. So it's somewhere in between the type of lager and a malty beer. I think it's not, you can't really taste much alcohol because there was 23 liters. It was lots of volumes of water, and so the alcohol volume is very little, very low, and so it's not very strong alcohol. I think it's only 3%, 3.5% maybe. So it's just a session beer. I think you can enjoy this really easily. The flavor, if I had to give more notes on flavor, there's not much bitterness. Maybe a little bit on the back of the throat, but it's very low on bitterness. The body, it's pretty light in the body. It's not very heavy or thick. I would say the Heineken is a lot lighter than this. So maybe I would say medium. I would say light to medium body. And it's very refreshing. You can definitely taste some maltiness. And other than that, I feel like it's just a beautiful session beer. Very low on alcohol, so you can probably have a couple of bottles of this and not even feel it. And keep driving. I'm just joking. Don't drive. Don't drink and drive. Okay, guys. Thank you for following this Cooper's beer brew. I think it turned out really well. I have a lot of bottles. I'm going to share some at work. A buddy of mine, Simon, wants some. I've given him one bottle to taste it first, just to see if he likes it, because I don't want to give him the box. But I think we ended up with like 60 bottles, 60 or 70 bottles, which is a lot of beer. So I'm going to keep all of the amber bottles, and I'm probably going to give Simon the PET bottles if he likes it, which after tasting it, I'm pretty sure that he will. Thank you for tuning in. Give us a like and a comment. Anyways, have a good day. Ciao.